Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is your weekend bench update. So we'll start with the non-existent stash ads. I did not buy any kits this week. I've been working on the 32 Ford. I did the chrome test that you guys saw, which we'll talk about that in a minute. The next video involving chrome. Yeah, so let's start with a note on the chrome. I had some comments about I applied All-Clad too heavily or too many coats, whatever. I've gone through, where's it at? I've gone through 2 of these, testing all the different ways everybody says to do it per their directions, everything. And the finish I get, which would be, I guess they're about the same. That kind of aluminum-ish finish is like that's what I get every single time, regardless of what I try. And I'm assuming SMS is a little better of a chrome. I feel like you would need all these so you can have different options, because not every vehicle you're going to want the shiny chrome, not every vehicle want the aluminum look. It gives you some variability in your finishes, so you can kind of customize the model to the way you want it. But right now I want to mention the chrome, the Revell chrome. This right here. There is a slight smudge, if it'll show up. Sat for like 2 days since spraying, and I just acted like I was just like wiping some dust off with my finger, and it left some little smudges. Nothing major, but for like a show car, that would get you dinged. So that's why we're going to try doing a clear on it. But I've heard people say that you don't need to do the black base for Revell. So this spoon here, these I'm using for the clear test. I literally just took a sanded spoon and sprayed right over it on the white. It still looks really good. It's a little not as shiny as over the black base. And also it's more work, but the priming and doing the black base before spraying the Revell gave it a much smoother finish. Like, I don't know if it'll show up. There's imperfections in the finish from what is underneath. And I sanded with 3000 grit, so it's not like I gouged it, and they're not even sanding. It's just, I don't know. It's weird. But when you do it over the black, you get that super smooth glass finish. So, I mean, it's still a great finish. You could definitely rock this if you didn't want to do the priming, and like, it's a little more time because you prime it, let it sit for a day. So I let things sit for a day usually, just so I can make sure it's gassed out so we don't have a reaction. But it's prime it for a day, and then I sprayed the black base from All-Clad. Let that sit for a day, and then I'll do the chrome. I want to test TS14, the Tamiya gloss black rattle can, see if it has the same effect. I will eventually do that. The first thing though is I'm going to use these ones that, nope, not that one. I have 4 of these. We're going to test with, I use ProScales 2K, but we're going to use a 2K. We're going to use a water-based top coat from Mr. Hobby. We're going to do the TS13 from Tamiya. And then for your craft store guys, which actually, this is actually really good clear, we're going to try the Mod Podge Super High Shine Clear Acrylic Sealer. I've done a body in this, and this is a really good clear, especially for something you can just spray out of a can. It gives you almost that 2K gloss. Actually, which car was it? I don't remember. But it is a really good clear, and it's fairly cheap, and you can get it at Hobby Lobby. Not part of the 40% off deal. So that is what we're doing with the chromes. I got a special project. All right, the 40 Ford with the, not completely assembled yet, with the 7.3 Power Stroke diesel. I ran into a little bit of an issue. The way the front grille assembly fits on the frame and the floor pan and then the interior floor piece. Oh, where's everything at? Just had it in my hand. Where's it at? Oh, right there in front of my face. This piece here that fits, I'll show you what I'm doing. There is the chassis. I need to extend, we use a paintbrush. I'm going to cut it about here, right behind the front suspension and radiator / front grill holder deal. Going to cut it right behind there flush. I need to come out roughly like 16 millimeters or 5/8 of an inch. I need to bring it out and extend the frame rails to fit the engine. With that has the radiator on it. And then once the turbo's on and all the piping, I can run. I'm gonna run this upside down, the charge air cooler. All of that length there, and to get it to where it'll fit like it's supposed to, it's gonna be about like that, to where this will fit properly without having to tear the interior up. I need to extend the frame. So, I mean, I think that'll look freaking awesome because you're going to have a 32 Ford, but it's also going to be stretched. So, stretched, big, nasty diesel engine. Should be really, really cool. When that is done, that is weird. Anyways, for some reason, the super deep black that I used for the sending unit, once I cleared it, it's the only thing, it's just got a slight reaction to it. So I've been playing, I'm going to do it using the Vallejo airbrush paints. I got the black and the white. I have a bunch of them, but these I just used these on a super secret squirrel project that eventually you guys will find out about. But painting that over lacquers, and I will say, I got this from I saw Paul from Pro Scale Models do this, and you have lacquer, you paint that on there. If you make a oopsie, or like if you're doing raised lettering and it bleeds out, you can take just like a little Q-tip. Like I use one of these micro deals, just went in there, wiped it right off the lacquer, boom, gone. It doesn't destroy all your work. So, and then I used being acrylic, I went ahead and used the water-based top coat over it to seal everything in, and it worked fine. I did it this morning. I came down and checked to see if there's a reaction with the acrylic or the lacquer, and nothing. Worked perfectly. I might test spraying a lacquer, like just putting some brushing, some acrylic on, let it cure, hitting it with like the TS13 or like a 2K, and see if there's a reaction. Because the acrylic, I feel, is kind of a sensitive paint, and I really don't want to do it on an actual model. I'd rather do it on a spoon, something where if something goes sideways, I can take the spoon and just right in the trash, which is right down there. Is there anything else? I did order for more testing. I ordered 2 more cans of this from the old Amazons. That way, I have enough to do some testing, because I want to try the Revell and then try brush painting. Like for wheels, you can paint it chrome and take like a color like acrylic and paint like details in the rim and clearing it, like all that kind of stuff. But I want to make sure I got enough Revell so I can still do my kits. Tuesday, I believe, is the 1st, is when the my next group build starts. In the supporter group for Paul at Pro Scale Models. It's Patreon supporter group build. I will be building this Porsche right here, which you guys saw if you guys watched the podcast I was on, and then it's getting the Porsche Golden Yellow Metallic from Pro Scale Paints. So it's going to be a out-of-the-box kit, or out-of-the-box build, with maybe a few little random details, nothing outlandish, nothing like cutting a frame and extending it and putting a diesel in it. But yeah, oh, the ghost flames. I don't think I showed you guys this. So I got my masks finally after they sat in Indy for a few days with no ETA. Sprayed them. I took the purple that I used for the body, right there, the Tracy Fogelson Good Moron purple, and put some in a medicine cup right here. Put 2 drops of the super or the deep black in it, and then sprayed the flames. And then before I was done, I took the same purple, put a drop of white in, and just hit the tips of the flames. And then I let it sit for a couple days, had the raised edges. A guy told me to use 8,000 grit and wet sand very, 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 very lightly. And if you do this, I mean very, very lightly, because it took no effort at all. But here is the final result. And this is not cleared yet. This is literally just painted. You can kind of see the little bit in the tails there of the white. So there's that. I did do the hood as well, but put 2 and 2 together. I'm stretching the frame, so the distance from the grill to the body is extending that 16-ish millimeters, which means the hood, I'm not going to stretch the hood. Hood's not going to be used. It's a cool paint job, though. I might save it and just kind of put it somewhere as a little, maybe stick it on my monitor back here. But yeah, there's that. It's taken me a little bit of time, but I'm trying to hit the details. Like I went in, you can kind of see I did the Tamiya black panel liner for the doors, as well as the trunk opening. So that's ready for 2K, along with the grill piece. The grill goes in here. This was flat, all flat, and then the kit radiator would glue to the backside of this. I cut it out. We'll still put the grill in here. I'm hoping. I didn't look. I think the grill's got the slots in, so it's open. So that'll be on there, and then through it, you'll actually be able to see. Granted, the charge air cooler's not in there. You'll actually see the engine radiator and charge air cooler behind it. Just a little small detail. Yeah. So I think that is all I have for this week's update. 40 Ford, chrome, clear coat test. Yeah. Let me know, guys, if there's other stuff you want tested. I'm not trying to duplicate other testing videos. I'm just trying to, stuff that comes into my head that I'm like, how does this look versus this? Does this work with it? I'm gonna try to do and show you guys what I see. That way you guys are in the know and can make your guys' best judgment on what you guys want to do. But yeah, hey, if you guys found this video good, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If you didn't like it, subscribe if you haven't already. As of recording this, we're at 1,001, so we broke the 1,000 sub mark. I'm gonna wait a couple days to make sure it's not like one of those 1,001 and then you go back to 995. But here within a week or so, I'm gonna reveal the 1,000 subscriber giveaway model kit, which is pretty cool. At least I think it is. But yeah, subscribe, comment stuff you guys want to see, stuff you guys want tested. Any questions you have, I might be able to make a video explaining something. But yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. Take care, have a great week, and we will see you in the next one.